check some mail and get home. Oh yeah, nothing. Okay. Holy smoke. I can do this. This is about the average trip home. Back to the homestead. So the place that we live in, Idaho, is really close to Yellowstone National Park. It's kind of tucked up into this mountain range, and we get a lot of storms blowing in that are pretty vicious. Fill these mountains full of snow, and so at any moment it could be a sunny day one day, and the next is just like crazy wild storms. I'm always trying to tell my kids, like, wear the kind of clothing that you can survive a winter night in outside. Get the right gear on, because you never know what's going to happen. This is a classic example. So this road that we live on, this highway is prone to drifting and blowing, and every time it blows, the road gets so icy and the wind blows so hard that it pushes cars off the side of the road, and there's always wrecks along this road due to this weather. And you slide off the road in this weather, you're just a few feet really away from semis and big trucks passing you at 60, 70 miles an hour on icy roads that could easily, run right into you if you're not in a good position off the side of the road, if you slid off. In fact, I've got a story for you about that. But so anyway, if we were to slide off the road, I'm getting everybody out of the car. We're standing way off to the side in case something happens, and we have to kind of get into a safe position while we wait for somebody to come tow us off or tow us back onto the road. And in that case, like, if you're wearing shorts and sandals or your pajamas, you're not going to make it in 10-degree weather with the wind blowing 40, 50 miles an hour like this. So anyway, it's a real case scenario of why you got to be in good gear when you're going out. In every single situation that you live in, one of the principles that we live by is nobody's coming to save you. You better be prepared to get yourself out of whatever situation you get into and at least survive that situation for as long as you think you're going to need to. Sometimes these storms can last a day or two or three. So here's the story. So we're headed up to go skiing, backcountry skiing up in the Teton Mountain Range, my wife and I, and we're in a van full of probably 10, 15 people right here, actually, at this exact spot. And we come up right here, and on the other side of these blue bins right here, there's this Lexus sitting way out into the side of not way out, maybe 10, 15 feet off the side of the road, just like boom, off the side of the road. And it's really icy and windy, and so we pull over the van into that house right over there. We pull the van over, and like 10 of us kids get out. We all jump out, and we go over to see if this lady's okay and see if we can help her and push her out. So we're all standing there right next to the car trying to push her out of the car, and all of a sudden we hear somebody screaming, "Look out!" And we all look up, and there's another car cresting the road, coming down. It's like straight ice, and it's like spinning in a circle, and it's coming straight at us. Like, we're like, oh my word. So all the kids on both sides of this lady's car that are trying to push her out, we scatter and we split, and we literally like dive out of the way as this other car comes flying in at like 60 miles an hour, blows right through the snow. And let's check some mail really quick while we're down here. And barely misses us in the car, and it flies off into the snow as well. And we're like, oh great, there's 2 cars stuck. So then a big group of, like, a couple of the kids run up like 100, 200 yards down the road on the top of the hill, and they're waving people down like, slow down, because the hills kind of come up like this and down, and so every time you're coming too fast, they catch you off guard and they start throwing you. Then the greatest moment of car driving I've ever witnessed happens. So we're like, okay, how do we get this lady out? And we're standing there, and I'm like, Sadie, just go back to the van and just get out of here. Like, anybody, like it's too dangerous for like all the people to be here. So just a couple of us will be here to figure this out. And so, you know, some of the people are standing over on the other side of the road by the van to be safe. And so other people are flagging people down. And all of a sudden, this little old guy comes over the hill, and I can't even remember what he was driving. He was probably like in something that had a little more control, but maybe a Subaru. It was a sedan. And this guy starts spinning out of control, and we're like, oh man, this dude is gone. And all of a sudden, he just like locks in his mind like a NASCAR driver takes over, and he just starts, and he's spinning, and he like turns it sideways. He gains control, and by the time he passes us on the highway, he's drifting totally sideways like this, and he gives us a thumbs up as he goes by. Then he straightens it back out and just takes off. We were all like, yeah, yes, that man is a hero. Anyway, it's dangerous out there. You got to be able to take care of yourself. So you got to think ahead and be prepared for every situation. That's the principle of life. That's about the visibility most of the time. 5 miles of this little dirt road going all the way home. No visibility. All of a sudden, I can't see anything. For some reason, in the camera, you can see stuff. There's a car right there. Holy smokes. There's a truck just sitting there in the road, just parked. You would come over the top of that, you would have run right into the back of that guy.